Hello, everyone. This is the Insomniac Jam, and I want to give you guys a quick take on why I don't use natural ones being critical failures. Now, in Dungeons and Dragons, rolling a natural one is not considered a critical failure. That is a house rule that many use. And I know it creates interesting, wacky stories and whatnot. However, I feel like when it comes to critical failures, you end up making it where you're trying to one up yourself with critical failures. And the more and more you keep trying to one up yourself, they start getting really outlandish and silly. And now you're making your characters in your group, you're making them look stupid. It stops becoming either a zero to hero or hero to superhero to, well, they have a moment where they're a bimbling idiot or they're incompetent. And the example I want to give is one that really irks me out of all of them. So I'm going to go with the fighter, which is on page 70. So, really quickly, how I handle critical or natural ones in my game is it is a automatic failure. It is not a critical failure. It's just an automatic failure because I believe there is always a chance to fail. So here's the thing with fighters. So fighters, you have okay, at level 1, everybody in your group, let's say you have a group of 4 people. So every time one of them rolls an attack, there is a 5% chance of each one of them critically failing. If you want to go with 4 players, total, you have a 20% chance of a critical failure on your team. Now, the fighter gets it worse. So, at level 1, the fighter gets 1 attack. That's a 5% chance of critically failing. At level 5, they get an extra attack, so they can attack twice. That is a 10% chance. And at level 11, they get a 3rd attack, which is 15%. And from level 20, they have a total of 4 attacks, which is a 20%. So, let's say you have a group of level 20 players. This level 20 fighter has a 20% chance of failing, and the other 3 players, let's say they still all have 1 attack because they're all spellcasters or something, they each have a 5% chance. So now you are looking at having a total of 35% chance of a failure. Now, let's say this fighter uses action surge. So they get another action that turn, and they use their 4 attacks again. So now their critical failure chance becomes 40% instead of 20. Now, the issue I have with this is the lower the level of the fighter, the less of a chance the fighter has of making a complete buffoon of themselves. At level 1, they have a 5% chance of critically failing, while at level 20, they have a 20% chance. With the 8 total actions, 8 total attacks, you're looking at a character who almost has a 50% chance of failing critically on that round. That's not including if somebody casts haste on them, giving them more actions. It just seems so weird to me that the stronger the character is and the more talented they are with a blade or hammer or whatever, the more incompetent they can become. Now, I really think when it comes to natural ones, the best approach is just to roll one. It's an automatic failure. And I know at first a lot of people are going to say, well, there's a lot of fun to it. But I will tell you, in my groups, what I've noticed is every time there's a natural one rolled and nothing happens, they just miss, nobody gets bothered by it. Like, I've noticed my players actually do enjoy it more. And now their characters don't seem incompetent. They seem like the heroes they're trying to be, and as they level up, they become better, they become more heroic. So that was just my little take on critical failures and that, why I don't use them, why I suggest not using them, but that's up to you. I hope this was a helpful video to you. Well, you take care. No, until next time.